Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. Continuing to see overcast conditions out there this morning as we continue to track some on and off rain showers that are moving through the region as we move through the day today, and that will be the case. Possibly seeing a break in the activity before another chance for showers or thunderstorms pushing through with a boundary that will help to clear out all of this wet weather and bring in some more pleasant and seasonable conditions as we move through the end of the week and into the weekend. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we have a cool boundary off to the northwest. That will be that boundary we watch as we move later into the evening and overnight time frame. That's going to clear out some of this unsettled weather. Behind it, we see high pressure that's going to build in and keep things quiet, as well as drier as we move into the end of the week again and into the weekend. If we look at the upper level winds from this morning, sounding have west-southwesterly winds near the surface, becoming more southwesterly as we get up in the mid and upper levels, seeing those winds 20 to 30 knots in the lower levels, and seeing our peak winds of 47 knots between 16 and 20,000 feet. The freezing level today is at 14,100 feet. If we take a look at our local radar, current picture showing those on and off light rain showers moving through the area. There are some pockets of some more moderate rain showing up, with most of the convective and lightning activity off to the southeast at this time. But as we move through the day today, expecting this to continue, we do have a chance of seeing some lightning in the local area with any pockets of more convective, heavier precip developing within this shower activity. If we look at our current visible satellite, we see we will stay socked in the clouds as we move through the day today with this activity. We'll start to see some relief from that cloud cover as that boundary pushes through during the overnight hours, and we should see some additional sunshine as we move into our Friday. So if we look at our short-term high-resolution model, see how things play out today. So again, those showers, on and off late showers, and potentially slight chance of a thunderstorm moving through the area continues as we get into the afternoon. As you can see here, model indicating could see a break in some of that activity as we approach the later part of the afternoon and early evening, out ahead of the cool boundary that we'll be approaching, and along and ahead of that boundary is a chance of seeing some thunderstorms or some heavier rain showers develop as that starts to push through. This looks to be mainly after 9 p.m. this evening, with the chance of that moving through the local Wallops area. There are some indications we could see this fizzling out as it approaches the area, possibly seeing some minimum precip with this. So we'll see how that plays out as we get into the evening time frame. But behind that front, we'll see things quickly start to dry out. We'll see a decrease in some of the humidity, possibly seeing some patchy fog and continued cloud cover through the early morning Friday hours. But then as we get into the day on Friday, we'll see mostly to partly cloudy conditions as we get later in the day and into the overnight hours. Continue clearing trends and drying trends as we get into early Saturday morning. We'll see some seasonally cool temperatures as we move into Saturday morning as well, as those temperatures get back down to more seasonable highs and feeling like the actual high with the low end humidity as we move into the weekend. If we zoom out and look at our European model here, starting off on Saturday morning, we can see that high pressure still in control, keeping things quiet as we move through the weekend and continued on into Sunday. So looking like a very nice weekend. And as we progress into next week, we'll start to see that area of high pressure tracking off to the east. We'll see a return of some southerly flow as we get later in the day on Monday. Very low end chance we see a pop-up shower possibly Monday afternoon, but better chances as we get into the day on Tuesday. That's when we're going to start to see a return of some additional heat and humidity as we move through the day Tuesday, so that's going to increase our chances of some showers and storms. You can see the European model here showing some widespread showers and storms moving through the area on Tuesday. Still some uncertainty with that as it is a bit far out to really put timing together on that, but nonetheless, that chance will be there for Tuesday. Additionally, with that hot and humid weather, we will see a chance of that once again as we get to the afternoon hours on Wednesday. So moving back into a more typical summertime diurnal shower storm chances pattern as we get towards the middle of the week. So if we look at our 24-hour weather risk chart for today, we're going to continue with that orange precip risk as we move through our working hours today. We'll see a yellow risk for lightning moving through our working hours. We're starting off with a 20% chance of a embedded thunderstorm. And then as we get into the afternoon with some additional warming, we'll see a slight increase in the chance of a thunderstorm, just up to a 25% chance. So that will be the story as we move through the day today. Not expecting things to get too warm with the cloud cover and rain chances. Expecting our high to peak right around 80 degrees for the early part of the afternoon. And we'll see those winds out of the west-southwest to southwest, 7 to 12 knots, gusting up to 17 knots. And as we go into the later afternoon, early evening, down to a yellow chance for some lingering light rain possible, and little to no lightning chance until that boundary starts to approach after the 20 local time frame. That's when we increase back to a yellow risk for some lightning in the area, and that continues till about 2 a.m. or 1 to 2 a.m. For our Friday morning, before we just are left with a lingering yellow risk for some reduced ceilings and visibilities with that chance of any patchy fog around in the area. We'll see our low temperature around 70 degrees and should see us some additional sunshine as we get into the start of the day on Friday. Tides are running normal. If we look at our extended forecast here, we see we hit a stretch of some pretty nice and pleasant weather as we move into the end of the week and through the start of early next week. We'll start to see continuing clearing skies as we move through the day on Friday with a slight onshore breeze. It's going to keep below average temperatures, a couple degrees below our average for this time of year, with a high around 82 degrees. And as we move through the weekend, we'll see highs right in the mid-80s and lows in the mid to upper 60s. So quite nice drier weather as we move through that time period there. We'll start to see a return of that heat and humidity as we get into midweek next week, with temperatures starting to creep a couple degrees above average, 85 to 86. And again, that increasing humidity, that's when we're going to start to see those daily chances of some showers and thunderstorms possible, and some slightly breezy conditions on Tuesday and Wednesday as well. Right now looking at our better chance of showers on Tuesday, but keeping a slight chance on Wednesday as well. That's going to wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day.